Hello guys, it's Heather. I wanted to do a really quick video that is fitness related. I've been receiving both on YouTube messages and on Instagram plenty of questions from people who are just beginning to start working out, or people who do work out but they just don't know a lot about the whole diet side of it, and the whole thing with supplements. Like they don't know anything about supplements. So obviously, as you compete, if you are a competitor, you learn a lot about diet, you learn a lot about supplements. Just sampling and trying out supplements with different workouts, you see if it makes a change, if it doesn't make a change. There are supplements that have been around for years that bodybuilders have been using, and it's because they work. So there's two users on YouTube. One, I believe her name was Brittany Powell, and then the other one was Janice Sherry or Janice Sherry. I did receive both of your messages within the last couple of days, and I'm going to try to answer your questions. One of them just recently lost 89 pounds. That's awesome. Congrats. And she's getting into working out more. She doesn't really know what supplements I recommend, or I'm not a nutritionalist. I can go by what I find works, and what has helped me the most. Everybody is different, but there is a select amount of supplements that the majority of people do use, and they find them to be very beneficial. However, I have people that approach me. I actually have people that ask me if I use steroids, and I'm like, okay, first off, you may not know a lot about human physique if you just assume just because a girl has muscles that she uses steroids. Or I have people ask me, wow, what supplements do you use? You look great. And my answer every single time is food. I use food. A lot of people don't understand how important food is. And it's not just food, it's nutrient timing. It's the time. I was eating the exact same food, and I just continue to research and eating the exact same stuff at different times of the day, completely different results. Muscle growth, you know what I mean? Like fat burning. Nutrient timing is huge. If you guys do not know a lot about it, I highly recommend researching nutrient timing. But anyways, that's a whole intro, I guess. For starters, when it comes to supplements, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there that you guys would recommend, but supplementation only helps probably 5% or less of the time. Everything else is executing your workout, giving 100%, and dedicating yourself 100% to your diet and, what you eat. People say abs are made in the kitchen. It's true. I can look completely lean in my legs and arms, and if I eat something crazy, you're not going to see my abs, and it's all kitchen, You can have, it's not like belly fat stays on your stomach because of what you eat. It's just because fat is not localized. You can't spot reduce fat. Fat has to come off as a whole until you show your stomach. But people tend to bloat more in the stomach area. So if you want abs, you need to eat, pretty healthily. It doesn't mean you don't have to eat 100% of the time, like lettuce and chicken the whole time, but be aware of what you're putting in your mouth. So back to supplements. They have an extra boost, but they're not 100% of why you look the way you look. To me, there's 5 supplements that if I could never have any other ones, I would use these 5. I find them the most beneficial for me. Those supplements would be branched chain amino acids, glutamine, whey protein, an NO product, and what's the last one? And wait, did I say whey protein? I said whey protein. Okay, so I have branched chain amino acids, glutamine, creatine. I did not mention creatine. Okay, I just this year started using creatine. Excellent. I love it. It transfers, people say that it bloats them, but that is why creatine's awesome. I mean, it puts water into your muscle. It fills you up. It makes your muscles, I guess, more force producing, I'd say. Whenever I take it, I feel pump. I feel stronger. I lift heavier. So for me, I like to do an NO product, which is kind of like a vasodilator. It makes you stronger, gives you more pump. I like to do that as a pre-workout with maybe a small scoop of branched chain amino acids. I'm weird with my branched chains. I sometimes drink them throughout my workout. Sometimes I'll take them post, sometimes before. I just make sure I have them around my workout. So I have my NO product, my creatine, the scoop that it comes with, a scoop of glutamine, and I do my whey after. So that's pretty much my pre-workout. Maybe a little bit of caffeine. And there's been studies that say that caffeine can hinder the effects of creatine and make it so it doesn't work. I beg to differ because I can tell a difference when I use creatine. And there's been studies both ways, so there's no set truth, I guess. Every person's different. Some people it inhibits the creatine, some people it doesn't. For me, it doesn't. And I prefer creatine pre-workout. Post-workout, I definitely have glutamine because I want to resupply my muscles, and I have whey protein, and then I usually have a simple carb to spike my insulin, because whenever your insulin's spiked, your things are rushed into your blood and into your cells. So I spike my insulin just to get that optimum whey absorption. And you also have that 30 to 45 minute window after you work out to replenish your muscles anyways in your glycogen stores, so I really take advantage of it. The rest of the day I try not to spike my insulin, but post-workout I do use simple carbs, and I have significantly seen a difference in my muscle growth since I started to do that, and since I've started to use using whey regularly and creatine, etc. So that's that for supplements. Branched chain amino acids, if most people are familiar with them in the fitness community, but if you are not, they're broken down amino acids. They don't have to go through the process of protein breakdown to actually be able to use those amino acids to build your muscle. So if you're destroying your muscle during a workout, those branched chains and those amino acids are floating around in your system and ready to go repair that muscle. So you're not breaking down muscle and losing it. You're using the carbs in your system for energy, and after you're repairing that muscle and making it bigger. So that's my supplement. When it comes to food, I say, okay, I believe in eating whole foods, things that are around the perimeter of the grocery store. So fresh fruits and vegetables. My meats are usually sometimes turkey burger, chicken and fish, and sometimes tuna fish. For carbs, I'm gluten-free because I have an intolerance. And gluten in general causes bloating in the majority of people. So I stick to oatmeal, rice. I'll use white rice in the off season because it gives me more of an insulin spike, and I find that it made me gain muscle. But now when you have spiked insulin throughout the day, that actually inhibits your fat burning. So I switch to brown rice in the on season, so when I'm cutting. And then I said oatmeal, and then what else? Sweet potatoes. That's it. Those are my three main carb sources. I don't really eat dairy. I'll have Laughing Cow cheeses here and there. That is a processed cheese. I believe in keeping my diet 95% of the time gluten-free and dairy-free and processed food-free. However, I still like to introduce it into my diet so that I'm not so clean that when I eat something that's off the clean spectrum, that my body freaks out and I gain weight and whatever. I think that too clean or too dirty are both bad things. There's people that can argue, but I find that my body does the best when I do have some introduction to something besides the same thing every day. You know what I mean? For beginners, I may have to do another video too because I'm getting to 10 minutes and I think my iPhone only allows me 10. So I'll continue to talk, but I may have to cut it off. For beginners,